Mr. Kilpatrick, many defendants have stood before this court. However, this case is different, and you are not the typical defendant. You swore an oath as a lawyer to, quote, conduct yourself personally and professionally in conformity with the high standards imposed upon members of the bar. You vowed to uphold honor, integrity, and loyalty in the performance of duties as your mayor, as mayor. You were a leader in this community, and you occupied the highest office in one of the largest cities in the nation. With all the challenges faced by this city, you were expected to lead from the front and set the example. Instead, you violated your fiduciary responsibilities by misrepresenting and misleading the City Council into accepting a legal settlement, which ultimately cost the people of Detroit in excess of $8.4 million, all in an attempt to protect your political career. At a time when this city needed transparency, accountability, and responsibility, you exhibited hubris and privilege at the expense of the city. This court does not take any satisfaction in handing down harsh sentences, particularly in this case. However, as a former member of the bar, you are aware of the rule of law, and you know that this court cannot treat you any differently than any other defendant. Defendant Kilpatrick, this court is going to sentence you to the following for the text message cases. You're going to serve 120 days in the Wayne County Jail as part of a probationary term of 5 years. The first 120 days will be in the Wayne County Jail. You are not going to get any early release or program time, and the reason the court is doing that is the following. Your lawyers will tell you that I impose this on cases where I feel people either, one, have negotiated a plea for that time, or two, because that is warranted by the crimes. In this case, I think that both situations are in play. When I saw your plea agreement and I saw 120 days, there's nothing indicating that there was no objection to early release. And had that been on there, I would be bound by that. That's first of all. Second of all, when someone gets 120 days in jail, they should get 120 days in jail. And I've had a real issue with the jail about this problem. And I would think on most cases I give no early release. But the second reason is due to the nature of these crimes, due to the amount of money, due to the amount of expense, both financially and otherwise, that this city has endured because of your conduct and because of the fact that you picked up a second case while you were out on bond, this court feels that you should not be given any breaks in that sense. So the court is going to the court's going to order no early release, no program time. You are to obey all court orders. You are not to engage in any assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone you know to be engaged in any behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any unit of government.